What's happening, friends? Welcome back to Role Playing Unlimited, our only stream for this week. We got something a little special for you here today. Against the Serpents, presented by my good friend J-Man himself. Been running games with him for a quarter century now, and every so often I get a little treat of being a player in one of his games as well. And tonight is going to be the first of many sessions like that. So if you're a little tired of seeing me running all the games and this bald head with the light blinding you every single session, we got a different face for you here tonight and a bit of a different style. So without further ado, I'm going to pass that over to him, friends.
I'm pretty excited for this. I don't know about the rest of you, but
Well, let's see here. Hey, look at that. It looks like it works. Kind of. Howdy there, friends. Hello, hello.
Hey.
hello.
Howdy.
So yeah, we are underway here. Intro is good to go, and the table is yours, my friend.
All right. Almost the full cast is here. We're waiting on one other player. He should be here shortly. Let's get this underway. This is going to be a game set in the Forgotten Realms. Most of you are probably familiar with that setting. Those of you who aren't, well, it's easy to look up. So, to set the stage, as I have already done for our players here. So, about 6 months ago, Realms time, the continent of Faerun was plunged into conflict. It would appear that the many Yuan-Ti nations and peoples around the continent have risen up at the behest of the Saruk masters and are trying to apparently reclaim the ancient empire of the Saruk, which at one time spanned the entirety of Faerun. And they are doing extremely well at it, actually. It's amazingly to most people. It would seem that they had spent a lot of time infiltrating many of the nations and organizations spread across the continent. And in one series of amazing feats, have assassinated many of the strong leaders, generals, those types, making nations and organizations very weak for the coming assaults. It is also of note that the nation of Thay, run by the Red Wizards of Thay, has also become extremely aggressive and hostile towards its neighbors once more. This is nothing new, but it had been quiet as of late. Now, with this new hostility from the Yuan-Ti and the other scaly kin, the Red Wizards have taken this opportunity to expand their borders once again, and they have also been fairly effective with the distraction the Yuan-Ti have created. Whether or not this is a coincidence or somehow orchestrated, nobody's quite sure. Also, the other somewhat savage races, the orc tribes, goblins, hobgoblins, things like that, are also becoming much more aggressive and coming out of their mountains and caves and attacking the areas around them, causing more mayhem and chaos, making it harder to present a unified front against the true threat of the Scaly King. This has been 6 months of incredible military gains by the Yuan-Ti and their allies. They seem to almost have divined the movements of the militaries moving against them, or perhaps they've infiltrated the generals and armies and know what their moves are going to be. It's not quite certain how they have such tactical foreknowledge, but they certainly do. Because of this, the many kingdoms, factions, organizations spread around Faerun have set aside their differences and come together in order to form a form of a resistance, a secret organization that can strike back at these Yuan-Ti and perhaps even the Red Wizards, should come to that, from hiding places and things that should not be known to their spies. They have taken great measures to make sure that the members of this organization are not compromised by their enemies, and they're even using code words and secret names. Each group that is formed is being called a ring. Hopefully, that will make their enemies think that there are maybe some sort of magical rings that are being used against them, and not that it is a group called a ring. Each ring has a liaison to the organization that is being known, called a ring bearer. So again, all secret codes and handshakes, that type of thing. It's very clandestine. You have all been picked up or sent to this organization in one way, shape, or form. We will go over that when we introduce each of your characters and your backgrounds. You have all been in Waterdeep for at least 3 days, maybe even as long as 2 weeks. Maybe you've gotten to know the city a little bit, lay of the land. You've at least seen each other, possibly even met each other for a little bit. So however much you want to know about each other is up to you. And you are currently in the holdings of a Laird Cormac, and Mr. Brennan Cormac, who is a minor noble from the Moonshay Isles. He has some holdings here in Waterdeep. He is a shipper. He does a lot of shipping between here and there. So he is the one who's going to be the ring bearer for your particular ring that has just been formed. You will start with your group in his guild warehouse, his shipping warehouse, which is where you've been kind of holed up for the time you've been here. And you have the run of the place. You can begin introducing yourselves. Let's start with, let's go alphabetical. So that would bring us to Blaze Reaper. Let's find out who you are.
Hey, I'm Blaze, and I'm an elf barbarian. It's a little odd how I became a barbarian. I was bit by a werebear, and to handle all the side effects of raging out, I learned to channel it, and just became a barbarian instead of the normal elf path. Because I've been alive for a couple hundred years, and just kind of dealing with it and learning how to channel it instead of that's just why I built, like a bear instead of like a lion elf.
He is also an agent of the faction called the Zhentarim, which, if anybody knows anything about the Forgotten Realms, they know the Zhentarim is generally seen as a somewhat unscrupulous organization. They also have designs on conquering and ruling over vast areas of land. And of course, they can't do that if you want to beat them to it. So they have thrown their hat into the ring and joining this organization to bring them down. And because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, the rest of organizations have maybe not gladly welcomed their help, but they've welcomed their help nonetheless.
I guess I forgot to mention I love eating because I've got such a big appetite, and because of that I love cooking. It's a secret that I've discovered.
All right, we have to cook. Hopefully his werebear tendencies don't cook you up any strange meats, huh?
I got an adventurous palate.
All right, that would bring us to Berenger.
Y'all are not prepared.
All right.
So, so are we doing is like just a self intro, or are we doing like character intro, like in character?
Or you can do it either way. You can just tell the viewers what you got going on, or you can flip in some in-character stuff. 'Cause like I said, most people have at least somewhat met each other, so you maybe give people a first impression of yourself.
My name is Berenger Rostovich von Ascania. You haven't heard of my family? What peasant rock have you been living under? We've been merchants up and down the Sword Coast for generations, and gold speaks the loudest. He's looking very posh in a corner. Very, very important.
And he has been introduced to the organization through his noble house. House Ascania, I believe?
Von Ascania, yeah.
His House von Ascania has sent him as the representative of their interests in this matter, and
Their gold has been affected. They are upset.
exactly. All right, that will bring us to who's next? Kara Lockman. So, Kara, tell us about yourself.
I'm sorry. So, y'all can hear me, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I'll. Sorry, my stuff's messing up.
It's all good. Want us to skip you for now?
Could you please, until I can get my computer to function?
Sure. So let's find out about. Who's the next one? Alphabets are hard. Puck, you're up. Puck, you're up. Did you lose Puck? Looks like we lost Puck. Okay, let's go to Saphira.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, technical difficulties. I am Saphira Wands of House Wands. I live in Neverwinter, but I am visiting family in Waterdeep of House Wands. Um, yeah, so sorcerer, of course, and I think it's pretty cool that the token that you picked for me kind of looks like me in real life. So
That's crazy. That's just a random basic free asset on the thing.
yeah, I'm wondering how my face is like a free token on D&D. So.
And you're also sent to be a representative by your noble house, correct?
That's correct. We're very concerned about everything that's going on.
All right, then let's see who's next. How about Sazzy? Are you ready to talk about your character?
Yeah, I can talk about him. I just got to finish the, and I have a question for you to decide, but that's afterward.
Okay.
So they're also barbarian. She happens to be a northern badger, so honey badger style here. Kind of just wandered out from her own territory because she got bored of everyone else being almost boringly aggressive, and she wanted to see what other cultures are like. So she just walked out one day and went elsewhere, and she ended up here now. So far, she's been living in a hole in the ground, primarily just because she can. And it's free when you dig a hole in the ground in the woods. No one charges you money for it. So that's where she's been so far. She likes axes, she likes maces, and she likes hitting things with those. And she likes a good fight, basically, even if it's not actually too. She'd basically be the Goku of the party. She just likes a good fight, even if it's just for sparring. So she'll get into a bar fight just for fun, basically. And then so that's her basically. She eats like a freight train, and is a bit of a lush, so, and a foul mouth. So yeah, a lot of censoring out of me here. Assume she's much more obscene in her language than I'll be saying in voice here, because I don't know what kind of trouble I'd get us into by using what she would actually talk. So anyway, so assume she's more offensive in her language than I'm saying.
All right. You can always go up with a bleep, bleep, bleep if you want.
That's true. That's true.
And so, yeah.
Oh, and if any of you have seen Sonic Boom, she would sound like Styx the Badger there. So, New Jersey accent and rough and gravelly.
And Sassy isn't part of any organization. Instead, as she wandered into Waterdeep, kind of looking lost and forlorn, she was approached by an individual who thought that surely this pathetic badger person can't be working for the UNT. So let's grab them. They look pretty tough. Throw them into our organization so they can fight the UNT for us. Offered
Yes.
offered Sassy some money if they were willing to be a mercenary for them, and that's how they entered.
Yes.
Let's see if apparently Shaylin is ready to tell us about Kara now.
Yeah, sorry before. But Kara is, she comes from Astaria. She, and I apologize if I ruined these names in advance. But she comes from Astaria. She was sent here by her high priestess in the saloon, Church of Saloon. She was sent here to the high priestess of Moonlight to help in the organization, whatever, all that's going on. She's not really a very emotional person. She tends to keep to herself and her emotions bottled up. She noticed when she lets her emotions out that they tend to be overpowering. So she tries to keep them bottled up and not um and um and everything. So she's not very emotional when it comes to like other people. And I think that's all we should know about her. I don't know.
All right, sounds good. As far as everybody thinks, it's just some sort of special human. She doesn't even know her own actual race. She is what is known as a Kalashtar, and that's a very rare species on Faerun, so it's very unlikely any of you will actually know what it actually is.
A brief interjection, J-Man. In the character journal, if you right-click on where it says characters, you can sort them A to Z in case you're trying to manually do the alphabetical thing here.
Ah, thank you.
So usually I wait for everybody to choose their character names, and then I just sort it out that way.
Sorry, side note, I forgot a minor little detail. Mine is
You
a
had your
human male.
chance.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just an important detail.
So important that I was talking over it, so please enlighten me again.
Human male for Von Ascania.
Ah, gotcha.
Looks very, very similar to the token that Conduit found. So, I forgot to mention that. So,
Okay,
yeah, kind of important. Also, sorry again.
No problem, no problem.
We're not doing our character descriptions right now, like how they look and stuff, right?
Not necessarily. You can if you want. It can come up later as well. There are images for people to look at just in case.
Okay, because. Okay, thank you.
Who's next? Let's see what is Talon here. Let's hear about you, Talon.
Talon. His name is Talon Canisar. He is a human male. He's a ranger of the Harpers. He spent his life as a game warden, tending to forests and animals of the Dale lands. And he has a cute little purple dragon familiar that usually sits on his shoulder.
All the way from the Dale Lands, huh? It's a little far. And you are a Harper, correct?
Yes, he is.
You aren't the only one. We're about to meet another one as well. Yes, the Harpers have sent you here as a ranger of some skill to help with this endeavor. And let's go ahead and talk about the other Harper, Xavier. Xavier? No? All right. Did we do somebody?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you
Yes.
now. All right, yay.
There we go. Yes, I've been talking for a little bit and okay, so I
You
am
seem to have that problem a lot there, buddy.
I know it's weird whenever I turn on my microphone, my headset, it sort of connects but doesn't connect. So I have to reconnect it. I am Xavier Rift. I am a human bard. And sent by the Harpers. They figured that you would need some sort of face or someone to communicate well, and apparently they were right. I could be seen playing the lute throughout the, during the last week or so over here. I have a Tressum cat named Jaxel. And it's my friend and companion. It tends to wander off and play with the other familiars. And that's pretty much, I mean, he's a pretty good fencer, but he's much better at talking things out.
You like to build fences?
What's that?
You like to build fences?
Oh, lots of fences. Yes, lots and lots of fences.
Between the two of us, I burn a lot of bridges, so this is going to be a lot of fucking fun.
But I know what Ben did. He did the same thing I did, man. Magic and his shit?
No, draconic familiar.
Oh, is that a feat?
That's a feat, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Just for
Okay, so I
flavor
didn't know
to
what he
lead
did.
into his to lead into his subclass.
Right, let's see. Who's that nosy dwarf over there? What's his name?
Oh, hey. Yeah, I'm Vedger. Uh, yeah, I'm pretty well known. Like, you guys might have heard of me, for that thing that I did up in that neighborhood in that city. Uh, it's actually more of an apartment complex in that city. So unless you're like specific to that floor of that complex, you might not know a whole lot about my doings. But I've been around. I've seen a few things. I come from the underground, the deep underground, what's known as oh, a fire forged dwarf. Yeah, you can't miss me from my bronze skin, my stark black hair, and my bright emerald green eyes. A bit different than your average dwarf. If we're gonna be spending some time underground, I am gonna need a torch with me, as yeah, I don't see underground as well as some others do. Skills.
Dwarf doesn't have dark vision, you freak.
Yeah, I spent too much time next to the Earth's magma. Like, I'm just used to bright lights underwater. You just see a real bright light. Skills wise, I'm looking at that bard over there. I might join you on occasion with my dulcimer. The chef as well. I'm a big fan of gathering all kinds of useful berries, vegetables, fruits, fungus, and what have you on our journeys. I'm a glass maker, and well, kind of handy with a short bow on occasion as well.
You'd all be aware of the fact that he is the representative of the Grinners. None of you are really sure what that is. It's some sort of organization, apparently.
It's a group of spies. I'm a spy. I talk about it a lot, like I'm one of the best spies that there is, because you can find me real easily if you need to hire me. And yeah, the cough is just it's a smoker's hack. I'm a big fan of spreading the Mary Jane seeds everywhere we go.
He says he's a spy for a spy organization called the Grinners, but none of you have really heard of that. Maybe he's just too high to even know what's going on. All right, so that is our cast of characters. Like I said, you are in the shipping warehouse and offices of Laird Brennan Cormac, who is your ring bearer for the ring that is newly formed. We're about to get some orders pretty soon, so finish up your lunch and we'll talk it out. Wow, so much role playing. Thanks.
Okay. Well, I'm basically on a stool, just watching everybody, playing my lute. Jaxel is wandering around, sniffing at everybody, and just, being curious, as cats generally are.
Well, ain't
Ours,
you just the
pretty much.
cutest thing?
It'll stop for head scratches and, back rubs and stuff. The cat, not the bard.
Now, the real question is, does the cat try to chase the bat and the pseudo dragon?
Yes. Oh yeah, no, he plays with the other familiars.
Well, that contradicts my statement there. I can't sit in the corner and pet the cat if the cat is chasing the other familiars. So,
It's over a period of time. Right now, the cat is just wandering
I
around
know,
being
I'm
friendly.
I'm
So
just being dumb.
Is there a mirror or a vanity in this space?
Oh, indeed. It is a well, maybe not well appointed for those of you who are nobles, but it is well to do for what it is. It has quarters that you guys have been staying in. It is meant to be comfortable for at least a couple weeks stay.
Berenger is in over with the vanity grooming, while also seeming in distaste in the very poor vanity in front of him.
Yeah, it's definitely not up to any noble standards. This Laird,
Right?
this Laird Cormac, he must be of minor title. In fact, if you kind of looked into him, he's related to like his sister married the cousin of the king of Alaron and the Moonshy Isles, so he's technically royalty in a way, like eighth down the line, maybe kind of thing. And then he's got some holdings here on the Sword Coast as well.
That's good to know. Okay.
You would be fully aware of Saphira over there of House Wands. That's a fairly notable house in Waterdeep, and has other holdings along the Sword Coast as well.
Be nice to the Hans. Got it.
I just take a look around
Oh.
at the assembled group. So, if we're gonna be working together here for the foreseeable future, maybe we should at least get our oh god, what do you call it? Lights up a little bit of green. The useful stuff out the way. Like who's gonna stand in the front and take an arrow if it's coming at me, and who's gonna cast the spell to heal that arrow if it hits me, and so on and so forth.
Well, good, sir. Apparently, my job in the entire group is mainly to be the face and talk to other people to gather information. I do cast some spells. I'm not a full-fledged sorcerer or anything, and I can swing a rapier, but I can't take too many hits from arrows and slings, so I will not be standing in the front.
I shoot you and see how your health pool looks after that. Just kidding.
It looks rather poor after that, thank you.
He wasn't lying. He can't take that many shots.
And then Sassy decides just to sit on top because, you know, if it fits, it sits.
Yeah, that's something I might assist you with on occasion. I've been known to dabble a little in some mercantile and a little bit of silver-tonguedness and what have you. So, yeah, it's possible that between the two of us. Oh, I'm sorry, I was talking over you there, buddy.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. Sorry about that.
Oh.
I was just saying, wouldn't it be more green?
Well, it's green. You like green? I'm smoking some.
Also, sorry, did not mean to interrupt. Sorry.
Oh, that's a fine tune. I've heard that one. I might know. See if this thing is in tune.
I'm a barbarian, so I would normally be in the front. Got 14 hit points, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you look like a tough one there, buddy. Look like you seen a scrap or two.
I can do one magic. I can launch a firebolt, but usually I use that to heat up the cauldron.
Oh, nice. I'm a decent fixer too. Magic ain't my forte, but those of us born near the Earth's crust, we all come out with this little dandy. So if there's ever anything minor needs fixing, probably not the only one that can do that.
I also heard there's a cooking competition here, so
Oh,
that might be something interesting.
yeah, cooking's right up my alley there, buddy. I'd be interested to swap some recipes.
I do have an interesting cat recipe.
Never tried that.
Yeah.
Never tried
Are
that
you
before.
intentionally trying to start us off on the wrong foot, good sir?
I'm just
I
totally
do have-
oblivious as I'm
I
petting
do
the cat.
have a little bit of
Ugh.
magic to help save people, and if I should forget to save you, you know, your own actions cause your own consequence.
No, not familiar cat. Wild cat.
Oh, the best kind of cat, the one that was trying to maul you, and you were gonna run into a few, and I get to punch him. That kind of cat. Nice. Those are good, especially fried. You toss them in a big pot, and you toss some oil, and you fry them for like 30 minutes. It's just like boom. I have no idea why I'm talking this way.
I think I.
Tressum lands on Xavier's shoulder, just kind of narrows its eyes at all of you.
I think I should have brought my chef with me.
Fancy.
You have a personal chef that accompanies you on these kinds of things?
Finally, someone of peerage. How is your chef?
Oh, he's alright, but I can sometimes outdo him.
Now the cat's avoiding me. Here, kitty.
Here, kitty.
Xavier takes a glass of mead, puts it on the floor for a second while he tunes his lute. Jaxel goes up to the glass, takes a little sniff of it, and then goes back and lays down again.
Well, he would. Meanwhile, the badger is just kind of probably chewing on a very large goat leg right now, just kind of just off to one side and hissing at anyone who comes near it.
How big is your character there, Says?
Medium.
Medium. So this is like, what, like a badger that's like as big as my dwarf? I'm like 4'4".
Pretty much, yeah. Just.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Badger.
Yes.
So, the cat, the flying cat goes with that guy, and the bat goes with that guy over there who's kind of wearing the red shirt, and the purple dragon goes with this feller. Who's this thing go with?
Myself.
Holy moly, it talks!
Damn right.
Whoa! Oh my dear goodness.
All right, I think in negotiations and talk with people, you are going to be in another room.
Who are you talking about, me? No.
No,
I'm
I'm talking about
insistent.
the badger.
What's wrong with the badger? He's kind of funny. I looked down at my pipe. Thought I dreamt that thing up.
Talon, it is good to see you again.
You as well, Xavier. I see they
So
chose you
pulled
for
you out
this
of the
mission
forest?
too.
Yeah,
You guys were
it's
chosen.
it's always good to know that your weapons are here to help us out.
It's always good to have your silver tongue.
You are all also aware that there is another member of this ring. It is an elf. He is currently in his own room doing his own thing. But he is a very proper type of elf. He's apparently a representative of something called the Imperial Elven Navy. Some of you might be kind of aware of what that is. They're apparently space elves.
Wow.
Badass.
That's the guy wearing the red shirt over there. How appropriate is that?
Keep them away from all dangerous things, or we may lose them first.
Oh,
Do you believe that is the wrong universe?
universe.
Oh yeah, you've been underground. You don't know about what happens at night in the sky, do you?
Oh no, I've been above ground for a good while, but I spent so long underground that yeah, there's no fixing these eyes. Yeah, they don't work like a normal dwarf.
Ah, yeah,
Kind of
yeah.
like a mole.
Yeah, exactly. See, she knows. And speaking of which, I just take a look over at the ladies of the group and just could you tell us a bit about yourselves, possibly?
Card kind of gives a blank look. What do you want to know?
As far as in the field of battle, per se, just trying to get an idea of where I fit in the scheme of all of this, and where we all kind of fit.
I think Saphira's too busy doing her nails or something.
Oh, fancy. Could use some of
I
that.
would say I fit in the middle. I'm
In
good
the
at
middle.
defense and offense.
Oh, okay. Are you acclimated towards the magical arts?
Affirmative.
Oh, that's fantastic. Always a pleasure watching mages and clerics and what have you at work.
So I was doing my nails over here, just kind of waiting on everything to get started. I've got several attack spells that I can use, as well as some disguise and secret message spells that we can use, and hopefully I can use my noble house name to get us some good contacts and connections within the city.
I like that. I think we got a good front of battle and diplomacy. It looks like.
Behringer is going to sigh over in the corner in front of the vanity, well, wherever the vanity is, and turn and stand up and do the T-pose, basically, that Tony Stark did, and cause an explosion behind me with minor illusion, do a flourish, and then sit back down, back to the vanity.
Visual or audio explosion?
Sound or an image? Oh, it's an or. Image.
All right, so there's a flash of light and fire, wow, but there's no sound to it. So.
Right. Because it's not a bolt, unfortunately.
Right.
I just read that. That's
Ricard's
okay.
gonna look around and look at him and then be like, "What, was it necessary?"
Highly.
Doubtful.
Says you.
forgot to let you know that as a faction agent, I have access to a secret network of operatives that can provide assistance if we get into trouble, and can use like passwords and secret signs and stuff if needed.
Ooh, secrets and Tarb stuff. Of course, the Harpers being generally enemies of the Zentarum are probably like, we don't know if we want to use that.
Yeah, I kind of believe that all organizations have their own methods and manners of communicating and such. To be honest, though, I don't believe that any of us should be revealing the secrets of our organizations, and either create our own means of communication, or if magical means are available, we should partake of those.
I would have loved to have learned the Centurium secret handshake.
Oh, you mine? As I step up to embrace your forearm and go into a rather fancy handshake that ends with what would be a connecting of the power rings at the last fist bump, except you don't have one. My ring is a simple copper ring, and it's got a yellow smiley face on it.
That was quite interesting.
Thank you. That magic, though. He just looks over at Behringer again. That was quite something. Yeah.
Does a hair flip. Why, thank you. I know it was.
Wow. Yeah. Impressive. Very impressed. Go sit back down and be quiet again.
At that, your host, Laird Brennan Cormac, comes storming into the area you're in. Like, confound it. Looks like you're gonna have to move up the timetable, laddies and ladies. Some of our other academies, safe houses, what have you, have come under assault. They've learned of our organization, it would appear, or at least they've learned of rings, and that they're being used against them. So we're going to have to move you sooner than we thought. The idea is that we're going to take a ship over to my island, Valeron. Well, not my island, but it's where I'm from. You're going to be part of my retinue as I head home to my lands, and hopefully that won't brook any suspicion with the appropriate sorts, you know what I mean? And from there, as far as we can tell, them scaly bastards don't have a very good navy, hardly anything at all, really. So hopefully the islands out there will be a pretty good fortified region against them. We can start setting up forays from there. This is going to be our first into the Moonshays. You're coming with me. We're going to be getting on a ship here very shortly, so get your stuff together. We can get out of here before they come swooping down on this spot, because we don't know if they know about it or not. But once we get to the Moonshays, we should be a lot safer. We'll see their, I don't know, snake boat. I don't know what they've got. I see them coming from miles away. So, yeah, get your stuff together. Meet me down at the docks. Ship's getting ready. And he walks out.
Har immediately stands up, heads to pack her things, not really saying much to anyone.
Yeah, Xavier takes the strings off his lute, packs everything up, tries to make it as watertight as possible. That way, nothing gets ruined during this trip. So he looks around for any like tarp-like material that he could pack his loot with.
Well, being that this is a naval kind of shipping, as well as overland, but it has the appropriate like waterproofing type materials and stuff like that. So whatever you're looking for, that means you can find here.
I will try to make it obvious that I am not copying what Don's character just did. Oh, that's a good idea. Got a little extra of that too.
I doubt the deep dwarf has had a lot of sailing experience.
Which is funny. I almost picked the frickin' the seafaring dwarf race. I didn't know we were gonna be on the high seas. That would have been an interesting selection.
Not a whole lot of fan of a sea travels.
No, I don't want to get on a boat. I'm gonna have to retire and reinvent myself.
But what about your paralyzing fear of water?
Oh yeah.
Thank God I'm not on that character.
I don't know if I told you this or if you figured it out as well, J-Man, but if you ever want to like select one of the tokens and highlight it, zoom it for all of us, just do the it's Shift Z while you're highlighting the token.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
For show. For any of us, we can highlight our own token by just pushing Z, but in Justin's case, he can highlight any of them. Hey, that's me. That's the
Vanger
delicious.
went and collected his goods and comes out of his area room space with a rather very obviously wealthy, not wealthy, what's the word, well put together, what's the word for something when it's good craftsmanship?
Well made.
Well made,
Refined.
Exquisite.
refined, exquisite, or ornate.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Rather ornate backpack that looks very well put together.
Oh, where'd you get that?
My family.
That's fantastic. Y'all don't happen to like sell those as part of a mercantile?
I mean, it was probably likely our family deals in many things.
Oh, something to keep in mind. Yeah, that's a nice craftsmanship.
Oh, I should probably point out the map you are all currently on. Pretty sure you figured it out, but the green lines show the extent of the 1T expansion, whereas the red shows where areas the Thayans have conquered.
Everything else belongs to us. Wow, the Thayans got this tiny little boop right here next to us.
All your base, huh?
Waterdeep would be right here.
Oh yeah. What is this that the Thayans own right at the Icewind Dale?
That's Luskin and a town next to it.
Oh, okay.
It would seem they have been spreading from some of their enclaves that they had put in other cities. Alright, so as we all get on the ship, I'll see the ship now.
Sir.
And your sponsor and his 2 personal guard. There are sailors, of course, working the craft. So you all get on board. The Chagrined Mermaid is the name of the ship. And the ship sets sail fairly quickly. He is in a definitely is in a hurry to get out of here. He is somewhat spooked by the news of the other safe houses being assaulted. So he wants to get out of here as quickly as possible. So within an hour or so, you've gotten on board and you've gotten underway. It is a bit of a sail from Waterdeep to the Moonshays, several days, as a matter of fact. So you get a chance to experience life on a ship. It is a fast ship, well put together, probably one of the fastest in his little fleet. Uh-oh. Trying to get TC.
Yeah, first day is definitely bad. Second day is a little better.
Alright, who knows the pirate shanties?
I know quite a few.
The bard.
I know a couple from the Assassin's Creed game.
Right?
Heading down to Cuba with a load of sugar. Hey, boy, to Cuba.
I go down to take Vagor some green apples from my bag for his seasickness.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's very kind of you. I certainly appreciate it. This ain't no travel fit for a dwarf.
Hey, share those green apples. I can make some green apple cider in my pot.
I have to admit, it would be a first for a dwarf to not get seasick the first time on a boat.
Yeah, I suppose this ain't nothing new for any of you to travel with. I'm just gonna lay down.
And there is obviously other decks below as well. You don't have to be on top. So it's fairly uneventful. There are other ships obviously coming and going from Waterdeep. It is one of the busiest ports on the coast, after all. After several days of sailing westward and somewhat south, you do come. Brennan, Laird Cormac, will say, "We're getting pretty close. Probably in the next. Might be beaching there tonight. Maybe early morning. Go ahead and get some rest. We should be waking up to a new town." So for those of you,
Yeah, sleep sounds like an excellent idea.
again, this is a couple days into the trip anyway.
Yeah, no surprise we haven't done anything yet, and the guy wants to freaking sleep already.
Damn straight we want a long rest.
Did we go up a level?
So you are awoken from your sleep, those of you who are sleeping, by violent rocking of the ship. It seems you have come into some very, very rough water, and you can hear the sounds of a storm outside. If you are on the deck, then you are immediately aware that you're in a storm. A very bad one at that.
Hey, it's causing me to spill my hard cider.
Yeah, sailors seem to be handling it fairly well. There are some issues. This is a very strong storm, and they seem somewhat surprised by it. It doesn't seem to be in season, from what you can hear, from the little bit of chatter going on as they're screaming to each other, "What the hell? We should be hitting this kind of weather." Brennan is not the captain of the ship. He is just the owner of the ship. There is a captain barking orders as well. He's rolling there. Guess we'll figure out later.
So the captain says we shouldn't be hitting these kind of.
Yeah, the chatter from the crew is they're surprised by this weather. It seems unseasonable in this location.
That's of no
gonna
comfort
look-
down here.
She's gonna look at one of the crew members and ask why.
Through their, working the sails and trying to keep the ship from foundering in this weather, one of them will just say, it just came out of nowhere. We're not sure what's going on.
If I have a little time, I'm going to sit on the deck and I'm going to recite a little ritual for the next 10 minutes, and it'll be detect magic to see if this is a natural storm or a magically induced storm.
If you're doing it as a ritual, you're going to have to go below decks. Otherwise, it's going to be too distracting on the deck.
Sounds like a plan. I'd rather be below deck at the moment.
But below decks, you will roll a concentration just to do it, just to see if you can focus enough in this situation to get it done. And if you can do it, then you can have detect magic up and go upstairs.
Apparently not.
At that time, anyway. You can keep trying if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to try it again.
There you go. You were able to pull off your ritual that time. So you go upstairs with your detect magic on. The storm itself doesn't appear to be magical. If it was conjured by magic, there's like no indication of that, but it's a very large storm, so it's hard to say if you'd be able to see that at all.
Okay, I don't see any magic in the immediate area.
As you're all holding on for dear life, or just thinking it's nothing, ha ha ha, I'm a badger, this isn't shit. One of the masts snaps in half, with the rolls I just made. And a couple of the crewmen go with it. And things are looking really bad all of a sudden.
Is the mast still on board the ship, or did it fall off the ship?
It is gone. It was the front mast.
It's still attached to the other side of my hammock, though, right? I mean, I can just pull it back onto the ship.
No, sir. It is everything that was attached to it has gone into the deep.
Along with some crew members.
Yes. They are doing their best to try and salvage this situation. Some of them are doing very well, but others are not. And it looks like this ship is not going to survive this storm, for those of you who have any knowledge of sailing. For those of you who don't, oh my god, we're all going to die. If there's anybody who has any wish to aid them, we can certainly do so.
Yeah, I don't believe my character would have any useful abilities in this measure.
Okay.
I got some guidance. Can I guide them?
You can certainly try that if you want to use that spell.
I don't know.
Do I see any lifeboats?
Yes, there are lifeboats. However, getting in a lifeboat in a storm that is destroying this boat might not do you much good. But it's there. There are two of them. Lash to the back.
With a perception of 11, did I hear the mast snap?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Eek, the 20 and ones.
Yeah, not looking good. And as a matter of fact, the 20 is going to be the captain realizing we need to abandon ship because part of the bow just cracked.
Is there anything that can be used as a flotation device?
The two longboats.
I mean, there are two lifeboats and there are floatable materials on board, yeah.
Am I strong enough to hold the ship together for a little while until we can all load the boats?
The captain is telling Brennan and his men and all of you who are the cargo, basically the valuable cargo, to get to the lifeboats.
All right, I'm gonna head to lifeboats.
Jumping in the lifeboats.
Yep.
All right.
Get to the
Sounds
lifeboat.
Sounds gonna do the same, but she's trying to find Vigor real quick.
He is down there, holding on for dear life. The Laird's guards are unlashing the boats, getting them ready.
Oh, sure, everyone made fun of me for looking at the lifeboat 5 seconds ago.
See, Justin, once you take over the GM role, all of a sudden the natural 20s just come fucking flying, huh?
Apparently. Finally, I could have it.
And the natural ones, too. It's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Anybody else seeing that badger carrying that dwarf?
I ain't being carried right now. You're gonna have to convince me.
Isn't badgers carrying dwarves normal here?
No. If I had something dry to write on, I would capture this moment forever.
You could just release the death grip a little. I've got you. You don't have to hold on to me like a freaking mountainside here. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Roll an athletics check against me.
You get it.
Well, I'm gonna try to squirm free, but once it seems obvious that you've got a solid hold on me, then yeah, I will
Yay!
gladly go along for the ride.
So this is flailing mass below decks for a second of the limbs. Hold friggin' still!
Oh my gosh.
So you're able to cart the panicking dwarf up to the lifeboats. The two lifeboats are, you get in them. A few of the crew are starting to get in as well. And the ship is definitely taking on water at this point. You don't have much longer before you have only the lifeboats to carry you away.
I have a question.
Yep.
I have a shield of fate. Anywhere I could use it, kind of like an umbrella in front of the boat.
Unfortunately, that just gives you a bonus to your armor, essentially. So it's not
Oh.
really going to help in this situation. If there were
Okay,
things
so
like trying to hit you, that would help. But
I was thinking it was more like a golden shield.
nah.
Everyone's running to the lifeboat, and I'm carrying the lifeboat, and I pass them by, and I'm like, oh shit, back over this way.
Talon, make sure your pet dragon there.
Yeah, the flying familiars are not flying in this weather. They're staying close to their owners, trying to cling on to them.
Ted Klingon.
I think you also read. Jaxel went into the portal that familiars go into.
Ah, okay. Yes, you can do that as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'll send Amethyst in there too.
Okay.
That looks like a good idea.
Yeah. So you all get in the lifeboats, and they are set into the water. Uh, as the lifeboats are drifting away fairly quickly in this rough water, you all watch with horror as the ship does indeed start to tilt, and it quickly drops below the briny depths. Most of the crew was still on board, including the captain.
Oh no! Oh jeez.
Captain always goes down with his ship.
Why do I hear "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion in the background? I'll never
So
forget you, Jack.
you are in lifeboats in essentially a hurricane, and that's not good for you, as it doesn't take very long, less than an hour, for the lifeboats to not survive the storm either.
Dear God.
Let's get some athletics or acrobatics checks from each of you.
I do have an iron pot I can bail water out with.
And see, I've told the story like a dozen times of my very first D&D game playing a dwarf who fucking drowned and had to ditch all of his gear, and Justin was just like, ooh, he's playing a dwarf. I got an idea.
Here we got. Ooh, good roll
God!
from Xavier. Oh no! All these natural ones. What's happening?
Oh no!
Why?
1,
Why?
2, 3 nat ones. Don, can I have one of those 18s?
Wait.
What were we rolling?
Sure, no
Acrobatics?
problem.
Acrobatics or athletics?
I'm just bailing faster.
This may be a short game.
Maybe if I swim to the bottom, I'll circle back
This,
around and make it
this
to the
might
top.
be a very short game.
All right, so Blaze already rolled his athletics, which was a natural 1. So that'll be 1, 2, 3.
My
Hey,
acrobatics
that's
is better than my athletics.
It is not actually. Your athletics is a +4. Your acrobatics is +2. So you would have gone with your athletics on that one, which you rolled a natural 1 on.
Mine are both 0.
Yeah. So, as the lifeboats also get torn apart by this storm, you are left trying to swim through this mess, and it's not looking good for a lot of you.
Have you
Those
ever
of you-
tried to swim with an iron pot?
Exactly. Some of you are wearing armor as well, which doesn't help. And having weapons and stuff on your back. It's weight in the water is bad. Some of you who did well, might be trying to help others keep their head above water, all that stuff. Your Laird, his guards, a few sailors who were in the lifeboats are also there trying to do what they can. Some of you are taking in some water, though. Anybody who did not make a DC 13, you are now 1 level of exhaustion as you find yourself washing up on shore.
Oh, gotcha.
Ooh, we
Oh
didn't.
my god. So that's just me and just the Harpers made it.
Does my ditching the gear help with advantage, possibly?
I know, by the time you thought to ditch your gear, it was too late.
Sure.
But your gear, including whatever you left on the boat, does wash up near you on the shore.
Oh! Happy day!
There's a lot of other flotsam just kind of scattered around on the shoreline as well. It's kind of a rocky shoreline, reminiscent of the kind of shoreline you would find in Scotland, or otherwise known as the Moonshae Isles. Laird Cormac and his 2 guards, Finn and Gavin, are also washed up on shore, as are 3 of the sailors from the boat.
Alive or drowned?
Alive. You don't see any dead bodies at this time.
That's good. I don't have any sailor recipes.
Oh my god.
Ha!
Okay, so I'm going to start using prestidigitation to start drying my gear.
Okay.
How
It
did I
is
know
still
Dawn's gonna have that spell?
it is still raining slightly. Looks like you're on the edge of the storm. It has moved away and farther at the sea. It is still raining slightly, so
I
maybe
can
that
use
might.
firebolt on some of the flotsam to get a little fire going, so we can at least see and get a little warm.
So yeah, those of you who failed that DC 13 check, you are one level of exhaustion at this time.
How do we add that?
If you open the gear icon to the right of your spells tab, it's on the far right tab, the far right column, I should say, and it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th from the bottom. Just it says show exhaustion tracking. Just turn it on.
Got it. Okay, I was looking in there and I just didn't read that. Thank you.
Sure. And when you go back to the core section, it's right between your hit dice and your attack blocks.
As you can see on the stream if you're watching.
Sir.
So Lord Cormac, after coughing a little bit, gets up and takes stock of the situation. Well, that could have gone better, for Christ's sake. Oh no. This is my favorite ship of the crew. Who we got left? Ah, poor bastards. Sila, Ray, Marino, you alright? They indicate that they're alright. They don't seem to be too tired from the ordeal. Finn, Gavin, you okay? Sure, we're alright, sir. How about the rest of you? Looks like you're all alive, at least.
I'm going to go around drying people with prestidigitation after drying myself, of course, to help at least make the situation a little better.
After a few moments, the probably 20 minutes or so, the rain does stop. It's still cloudy. It is probably early morning, maybe an hour or so after dawn. It's hard to tell with the heavy cloud cover. Still fairly dusk-like twilight in the sky.
So I'm gonna sing a funeral dirge for the men that have fallen to the sea.
Okay. The other sailors definitely joined you on that, in participating in that. Looks like Vajor is going to accompany you as well.
Oh, this guy sucks.
Yeah, it's that first roll, man. It's a 3. Okay.
You know what your problem is? You forgot to put the strings back on. You took them off.
I'm just singing. I'm not playing anything.
I got no excuse for you then. My excuse is I'm high.
How about the fact that we nearly drowned? My voice is probably not up to snuff after that.
You're a funny guy.
Can I have a look around to see if there's any cargo that has washed ashore?
Certainly. Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
I rolled the wrong thing, my bad.
Is this
She's
the island that
she's
we
gonna
were
keep-
looking for?
She's going to convince the cargo to be on shore.
Wow, natural 20.
What was that, Don? I missed that.
Is this the island that we were heading for? I asked the captain.
He's not a captain.
Or-
He's the there. Yeah. He goes, I believe so. It shouldn't be anything else, based on where we were when that storm hit. Unless it really blew off course. It looks familiar. It looks like the coastline I'm familiar with. But,
So there's got to be civilization on here. So I
Oh.
mean, why don't we start marching towards that?
Well, I'm boiling some water. We could cook something and eat before we go for this exhaustion.
We might want to be careful who we come in contact with. Doesn't mean they'll always be friendly.
I mean, that's true. There are sometimes ill ne'er-do-wells around, but for the most part, the island of Alaron is pretty friendly. So looking around, is there anything in particular you're looking for along the coast here?
Mostly anything vegetarian or. I'm sorry, you're asking her?
Well, yeah, she was the
We're
one that
both
was the
searching.
subject.
Yeah. you go
Anybody
ahead.
who's looking.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I was looking for, just things like food, rope, anything that might become useful to our group that
There's certainly
we have.
Yeah. If you're looking for some rope, you can find some rope, some rations or other foods here and there. You can pick up some of that. Basic little stuff like that. You can find pretty much anything basic or simple you're looking for. And what were you looking for, Dan?
Oops. Well, I just posted it there. Yeah, berries,
Oh.
veggies. Maybe I'll fish if it looks like we're gonna be here for a bit.
Let's see.
See him boiling water, and I'm like, yeah, I can do this to help.
Says he's gonna be looking for any. Like,
What do I need to roll to see how successful I am at cooking?
She's looking for stuff she can smack on a rock to turn into food.
That'd be performance, maybe.
So, those of you looking for like that fresher type food stuff, there's not really any fish that have washed up. They're more than capable of handling rough seas. As far as like vegetables and stuff, you might find a few things, but obviously they've been waterlogged. They've been out in the ocean water, so they're less than ideal at this point. As you're starting to gather food and stuff, and Blaze is over there starting to, well, let's cook some food. I want everybody to roll perception for me. Obviously, if you have exhaustion, you will be at disadvantage to that.
Oh, come on. That's rude.
How do I add?
Luckily, Xavier is not at disadvantage. Now there's Talon. So the two Harpers, while the rest of you are preoccupied with finding things on the beach and maybe cooking something up, it is breakfast time, basically. You are realizing you're pretty hungry and just swam through a fucking hurricane, so you're tired. The two of you can hear what sounds like yelling coming from, because this is kind of a hilly area, and like there's a hill like right off the coast here. Just past that hill, you think you can hear some yelling, and as you look in that direction, you can definitely see like the trails of like maybe fireplaces. Like there's a couple of little smoke trails. Maybe there's a village over there, but there's definitely lots of yelling happening over there.
One may want to be quiet. There's some commotion coming up from over that hill over there.
And if indeed you all kind of quiet down and perk your ears up, you can all now hear it as well. It's kind of echoing a little bit, but it's definitely some people yelling. Laird Cormac will be like, "Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Let me go check it out." And so him and his guards start moving up the hill. Others will follow him.
I don't think it's a good idea to follow him, but I feel wrong to let him go on his own.
I think we should.
Go ahead, Dom.
No, I believe that some of our more stealthy people should stick closer to him. Some of our less stealthy people should stay back a little bit. That way they can be like a little bit of a distraction if necessary.
I have a message cantrip that I could
Mhm.
use to communicate with the people that are yelling to kind of maybe figure out what's going on.
Go ahead and post that spell and see how you would be able to use that. Well, you have to be able to see them to point at them and target them with that spell, unfortunately. So whatever's yelling is over on the other side of a hill, it would appear. So you wouldn't be able to target somebody that you don't know where they're at.
Oh, I think her goal was to communicate with us,
Correct.
not the guys on the other side of the hill.
Ah, well, yes. Anybody you can see within 120 feet, you can hit with that spell.
Yes.
I have something similar to that.
Okay, so I'm gonna start moving, and my familiar Jaxel is going to be going up a little bit further ahead.
Okay. As I said, Cormac, his guards, and the sailors are already hustling because it doesn't sound like good yelling. So they're trying to make sure they can get to at least to the top of the hill to see what's going on. Being as they had moved up first, I mean, your cat can fly, the two dragonfly, they can also get up there, but they're animals. They'll see what they see, but they really can't communicate that with you. So Brennan will get up there first and be like, "Oh no! Everybody, the village is under attack or something."
Oh, that ain't good.
So and he
Yeah,
and his
I
guards
guess.
start moving in.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to
Yep.
start with a run.
But I just finished my soup. Shit.
Not the soup!
Does the ones who stay behind know that the village is under attack? Like to get that message.
Well, Brennan yelled it pretty loudly from the top of the hill, so that you could all hear him.
So element of surprise and stuff like that is either A, they're making too much noise that they couldn't hear us in the first place, or B, it's already gone. So,
Yeah.
Everybody run. Run to the village.
I'm running towards the village while carrying the gallon of soup.
Priorities.
All
You
right.
can see that
so
we are running to the hills.
I'm going to put you on a new map here. I just have your tokens kind of placed. You can rearrange them however you see yourselves approaching the situation. And you will be coming over the crest of the hill to see a small village, a little farming and fishing village. And what you see on the board is what you see. And I will describe it in more detail as we get to the map.
Snakes. Why did it have to be
Tasty.
snakes?
Don't move up there.
Immediately sitting on a table.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Snake soup?
As long as you're within that, just off the actual edge of the map in the green area, you can position yourself anywhere on that edge.
We went from bad to worse.
As you're coming down the hill.
Oh, and by the way, this may make Sazzy useful in this area.
I have a great recipe for sea snake soup.
So, who's ever in front of Kara, she's gonna cast guidance on them.
This one right here.
Yeah, whoever in front of her.
That is your Lord Brennan Cormac.
There she's some guidance.
All right. So you're concentrating on guidance for him. Gotcha. All right. So I don't have the API to do all the initiative for everybody. So we're going to have everybody roll their own initiative.
All right. Once I joined the PC side, my dice went to shit.
Welcome to the common folk.
Wow. Ay, ay, ay. Just what rogue has a +1 to initiative?
I rolled 21.15, but it said it can't be associated with my token.
You have to click your token first and then roll your initiative.
Does that mean my 21.15 doesn't count now?
No,
Yep, it was wasted.
I can put it in, but for a future note, click your token before you roll your initiative.
Oh, the snakes are going first.
Oh,
Ah!
I had this Balik blessing, which is an advantage on the next initiative roll for one
Okay, so
creature
roll
that
it.
I touch.
So yeah, roll it twice, and we'll take the higher roll.
Oh, I wasn't gonna use it on myself. I was gonna see if anybody had a sucky roll and see if they wanted to use it.
Ah,
I just wanted to see if that was okay before I did it.
yeah, if that's what you can do, and then you can do.
Alright, so the person who had the worst roll is
Probably.
Rhaegar. Rhaegar, did I say his
Yeah,
name right?
that's your probably. I mean, there's a couple fives in there as well.
Yeah, I'm a little too high right now. I guess roll again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, you can roll again.
oh, thank you, my friend.
Oh, advantage. Advantage.
Well, that's him rolling again is his advantage roll.
Come on.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. My bad.
Hey, a 5. I moved up to the upper echelon.
Let's see how do we add.
Thank you, Shaylin.
You're welcome.
Okay, how do I add and remove from the turn order there, Dan?
If you highlight their token, there should be a little, like a delete button. To add, you just scroll to the bottom, I believe, and there should be a add turn order manually kind of deal. You're adding a token, just click that token and right click it, and at the very top there's an add turn.
And what was yours, Blaze? 2115?
Yes.
Did I mishear earlier? He had 3 surviving crewmates, or is it just 2?
3, they're all over here.
Oh, who's the 2 dudes with him right here then?
Those are his guards.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers that question, because this was going to be my next. Who are these guys?
Those are the sailors who are going under. Alright, so I messed something up here. I'm just going to add these initiatives. Sorry for this, guys. This is the first time I've run a turnover thing here.
All good. It's cool that they added this one to the free assets list, though. I think this
Which
is
one?
this map. I think this is Gabriel Picard's work. He always does very, very quality stuff. I'd say like
Yeah, I think it said Picard's like sample list or
right.
something.
Yeah, they recently added that within the last year or so, but I'd say 70-75% using his maps for the last 7-8 years because yeah, I just love his style.
Is to post your passive perceptions at this time.
I know how to click perception, but you want us all to do a passive perception?
Yeah, but yeah, just tell me what it. Just like Dan just did, just kind of tell me what your number is. It should be on the bottom of your skills list.
12 here.
10 here.
Mine's an 11.
Yeah, please
Well-
post it so I have a list so I can look at it.
I'm sorry, where's that again?
At the bottom of your skills list, it should say passive perception.
I'm 12. Oh man, that's funny.
I'm glad that's so funny.
You see something we don't. It's pretty funny.
Just you read it verbatim. It's just funny. Pee.
Oh,
There you go.
okay. Alright, I think I've got everybody on the initiative tracker now. Oh, some of them are hidden. How do I unhide them?
You have to go to the GM layer. They've now moved that to the bottom left of the page. So select the GM layer and then you'll be able to select those hidden tokens. And once you've done so, right click, and from there you can adjust what layer they are on.
Okay, but when they become on the right layer, will they show up in the turn order? Is that
Correct.
okay? They've not been seen yet, so their hidden turn orders will remain.
Exactly. Yeah, that's how I do it too.
I just making sure I knew how to do that. All right, so with that, let me see where I'm at here. So Talon, you are aware as you're coming down this hill. It's not your turn yet, but I will let you see what you see. In that bush and in that tree, there are snakes.
Of a bitch.
Yeah, there's a smaller snake in that bush, and there's a big ass snake up in that tree. Otherwise, what you see is mostly smallish snakes, just kind of all over the town, as you can see. And the townsfolk are, grabbing rakes and sticks and stuff and trying to fight them off. It does look like there is somebody right there in the middle of town who has possibly been bitten and succumbed to one of these snakes already. You do also notice some bigger snakes out in the certain areas. Looks like big constrictor type snakes. There are mostly just townsfolk trying to rally here. You do see there is some sort of priest or acolyte over here. Seems to be trying to point people where to go. And this looks like some sort of skilled hunter over there, drawing down on that big constrictor snake that looks like it wants to eat them. Otherwise, Brennan is going, hurry up, we gotta save these people. Why are there snakes here? We've never had snakes before. And so, it's top of the initiative. Oh, it looks like it's my giant poisonous snakes. Giant vipers. So that will be this individual here. He is going to move and go after this poor woman in her house here. And try and bite her.
God. Later.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's a natural 20. And that is one dead commoner.
Close the door, quick! Don't let the snake in.
Let's just pretend we never saw this place.
He was trying to help the person who was down in the road. Apparently, this snake got them too. Because wow.
Pretty sure the snake was knocking on the door and she just opened it thinking it was Amazon.
As you see the snake lunge forward and latch onto something, you hear a cry of pain. And the snake moves in onto the body. The other giant viper.
Can we go back to the boat?
Another giant viper moves over this way. You lose sight of it past the building. He's also going to take a bite. And that is enough to hit the armor class 10, which is also going to kill her.
God.
Or drop her, I should say. It's possible they could be saved. Alright, so that was giant poisonous snakes. Hey, the elven barbarian Blaze with his bowl of soup, or pot of soup. It is your turn.
What, buddy?
Alright, I'm gonna come up to the guy over here that's flanked by two and put my soup down behind me and start kicking ass. Just one second.
You're not gonna hit him with the soup?
We gotta
I
eat
thought
that.
about it, but this broth has been boiling a while. I don't want to waste the broth.
Good man.
Jeez.
That is not gonna be good enough to hit its armor class of 13, sir.
These dice suck.
Apparently. What you got?
I I don't see an extra attack or a bonus attack. I don't
Right.
know.
Okay, so yeah, probably that's all you got at first level. You
This
run up
sucks.
and put your soup down, and then you're distracted with the soup. You just kind of swing right above the snake, and it doesn't care.
Oops.
That brings it to the poisonous snakes. Alright, so the poisonous snake you just swung at and strike back at you. Ooh! 24 is definitely going to hit. So you
Is
take
this
one
one of
piercing.
the hidden initiatives? I'm sorry.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Because I clicked on the hidden snake when I did the initiative.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, but there's a lot more of the poisonous snakes on the field than just that.
Sure.
So the hidden poisonous snake does 1 piercing and 4 poison, and you need to make a DC 10 Constitution save. And if you make that, you will take half damage. If you are, I believe the exhaustion does apply to this save.
So you want me to roll a Constitution save?
Yes, yes, please. It does not apply to saving throws, only ability checks. So, a 10 will just make it. So instead of 4 poison, you will take 2 points of poison damage. For a total of 3 damage. Alright, so this snake will attack this poor commoner. For 21 to hit for 1 piercing and 6 poison. Even if he makes a save, that will drop him to 0. So we are going to drop him.
Shit.
This snake is going to attack the guy on the porch. With a 15 to hit. Will definitely hit and drop him as well. That will make this snake will move
These snakes
in.
are mean.
Yeah. That snake will move in to attack his wife.
Nick has a
14 to
wife?
hit.
Snake wife.
With a
Peter!
14 to hit. Damn, I am rolling good dice on these fucking snakes, man.
Roll
There
20's
must be
giving
magic snakes.
Roll 20's giving you 8 years of retribution in one session.
I guess so. It's like snakes will win this fight. Meanwhile, this snake, since the person it was going after is down, it will crawl in here over the downed wife and try to get the child on the bed.
No! Ah!
Oh no!
What's this turning into? One of those weird nature documentaries?
This is a
Apparently.
bloodbath.
Apparently,
Really
oh my
is.
god!
Oh.
Burn
Oh,
the
we-
town!
We heard yelling, now all we hear is blood-curdling screams.
Yeah.
It is
This-
like burn the town.
How do you
Snake
add
is
the
gonna-
Wilhelm scream to the fucking soundboard? Because I would just be, ow, 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 ow!
Like that?
That might actually survive if you can make his save on this. So let's see what you got. He makes it, so he is not down. He is only at 1 point.
Oof.
So he survives. He survives a snake attack. Oh my god. He's in the minority at this point. This. This snake is going to attack the half-orc commoner over here. Fucking roll.
Thing is 15 or higher. Narration by James Earl
Oh,
Jones.
and he goes down too.
Oh, I had high hopes for that half orc.
I did too. This one is gonna go after the scout.
Oh no! Come on, Scout!
Oh,
Woohoo!
it's a miss! I
Woohoo!
missed the scout. For once, we have a miss.
Yay!
Finally.
Me and my boys were trying to reinforce that side. It would suck if the guy was dead before we got our first turn.
This snake had to go through the cabbages, so that was a little bit of difficult terrain, so it will not be able to attack.
Woohoo!
Unfortunately, these two snakes have this guy cornered.
Oh, God. Oh.
And that would double attack him, and he is down. That would leave, let's see what we got left. A snake. Come over here. Try to get the acolyte.
Miss. Oh,
Check the acolyte's armor class.
that's close. Maybe.
Armor class is a... Oh, it just hit.
Dope.
But he has a lot more hit points than other people, and might make that only be 1 point of damage. Let's check. Hey, only 1 poison damage for her, so 2 points. He's still in fighting shape. This poisonous snake will go after this commoner here. Oh, he will survive probably, even if he fails to save. Even if he fails to save, he will still have some hit points left. He made the save, so he is only down 2 points. Good for him. Half his hit points.
Now drop that frickin' bale of hay and get your ass out of here. Run towards us.
The hidden snake that Talon had seen jumps out of the bushes to attack the sailor known as Sela. And with 11, I don't know if that's going to hit her. Oh, it hits her exactly.
Damn it.
She will roll that save.
So another Denise Crosby character dies in Star Trek, just like Tashiar, except it's a snake this time around. Sela was a Romulan that played by her.
She did not make the save, so she will take 5 damage, but she's got 11 hit points, so she's still kicking. But she cries out in alarm as the snake jumps out of the bushes and bites her.
What happened?
That is all of the poisonous snakes. Next in the hidden initiative is the constrictor snakes.
You sure you don't have another hidden snake? Because that one didn't appear in the turn order for me.
I do. It has not appeared yet.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Whoa, look at the size of that one.
It falls out of the tree and goes after Gavin. He goes, "Blimey!" It's gonna try and wrap him up. With a 9, it is unsuccessful. He, kind of puts his shield up and it just kind of bounces off of it. Meanwhile, this one, moving up to get that guy. Oh, he also misses. That's Commoner. He's the luckiest Commoner on the board.
He is, holy shit.
He's like, no! He throws his bale of hay at it, knocking it away.
Grabbing those fucking pokers there in the fireplace and stab these things.
Meanwhile, this one is going to move up after the scout. See if we can grab a hold of him. Wow, the constrictor snakes are not doing very good in this combat so far. It lunges at the scout, who just deftly dodges out of the way. For some reason, the constrictor snakes, who should be visible in the turn order, are not. But we're done with them now. It brings it to the Laird Brennan Cormac. He is going to strike out at this constrictor snake over here. And he's trying to eat his guard. Draws his rapier. And Habati! 15 will hit for 4 damage. A little bit of a hey, hooray! Good job, lad, Cormac. Ah, damn snakes! You've never had snakes here before. How places did they come from?
Is it too late to back away slowly and act like we never saw the town?
I'm with you.
Now is the sailor's initiative. Sela strike back at this one that bit her. With her scimitar out, takes a swing. Ah, it's a solid hit. Slaying that snake. At the right in half. He spits on it as she kills it. The other two. Ray sees the scout there in trouble. And will run up, but is too far for him to get an attack off. So he just runs up and he pulls his sword and he's trying to help the scout out over there. Marino, on the other hand, will move up, pull his crossbow out, and shoot at the giant constrictor. Or the constrictor, not the giant constrictor. And the 22, that's a solid hit on that bad boy. For 9 points of damage. Good shot. Good shot, Marino. He's like, ah! Die, you son of a bitch! Talon, that brings it to your turn.
I'm gonna shoot the snake that jumped out of the trees.
Talon?
Yeah.
Okay. The armor class is a 12, so that's a hit. 4 damage. Got some life left in it. Just a grazing.
I'm gonna stay back here.
Okay. Anything from your familiar at all?
Yeah, I guess he'll try and go in and try and bite the snake. Or actually sting him. He's gonna use his stinger.
Okay. Should have a stat block for that. A 9 is not good enough to hit.
Does it have a flank advantage? Or even I think even the 11 would miss though, right?
Yeah, it's an armor class of 12. So it buzzes over and swoops down, but gets really scared by the flies of the snake and just kind of backs up before it can actually hit him. And is that it for you?
Yeah.
All right. That brings us to the scout, who has 3 snakes on them. Bad position here. So they're going to pull out their short sword. They were, going to use a bow, but now that we're in melee, let's see if we can finish off this constrictor snake. Now that I have flank advantage here. Luckily, I do have this, so let's see what we got.
Oh,
Ooh,
baby!
That's a nice hit. That'll definitely finish off that snake. Because I can take my other attack on one of these little snakes next to me. Here we got the 10. That's unfortunately no flank on that one, so that's not going to do it. So it just misses with the short sword attack on that snake. But they did deal with the constrictors, so that's good. Out to Ray, who was over there. I don't know where he came from, but good timing. Kara, that brings it to your turn.
Alright, I'm going to go after this one.
Okay,
Go ahead and finish it off.
let's hope so.
Hopefully. Yeah, I'm gonna use a scarred flame.
Sacred Flame, yes. You
Oh,
should have an
sorry.
attack. Yeah, you should have an attack block. You can click for that.
Do I? I do. Yes, I do.
Oh, minimum damage. So let's see if I take any of that. What's that? Dexterity save from Constrictor Snake. Pretty good dex. Let's see what we got. Does not make it, so it does take a point of damage.
Woohoo, 1 point.
Yeah, so it's a little singed by your little fire attack. It hisses at all the attacks coming its way. Do you have anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go sideways. I'm trying
Okay.
to stay away from it. And that's it.
Oh, now the constrictor snakes on interesting. Everybody had their turns. Dazzy, it is your turn.
Well, semi-jokingly, Sassy is literally moving out of the country. Joking. She's gonna move in on this bad boy here and attack.
All right. It is squirming around trying to avoid all these attacks. So you probably want to back up one because you're in its 4 squares at that point.
Okay.
There
I'll
you
come
go.
in from this angle here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna do the thing.
Hit it. Let's finish it off. That's only damage.
Magic damage!
Oh, sorry.
There we go. That's quite a
Sorry
hit. And that will lop its head right off. Got 4 hit points left. So the badger runs in and just whack does a Conan on the head of this thing. You still have some movement left if you wish to continue.
Going to stuff the entire thing into the bag. I'm joking. Try move this way toward this one.
Okay. Once Sazzy's done with the
I
move,
think
that will
it's
bring it
pretty
to...
much done with my range, so that's it.
All right. So Xavier, it is now your turn.
All right. I'm going to move over to here. I'm to use a flame bolt and attack that one down there.
All right. That's definitely a hit, and that only had 2 hit points, so it is dead. It is immolated in a flash of fire.
Talon, you got this. Your next shot will fire true.
Give him some bardic inspiration.
And that's
Darn
applied.
tootin'.
All right, D6 on Talon. Anything else from you or your familiar?
No, my familiar is going to stick close. It is going to stay about 10 feet up in the air so that it stays out of the snake's reach. The poison can't affect it, but the damage could. So,
And unfortunately, I don't have the wings with the elevation on my token. So
Just use
I
like
was
a
looking
dot.
for that earlier.
Just use a dot with a number, so like red dot 2 means 20 feet up or something.
yeah, there are some wings on there that you could put. There's like some wings in a halo or a single wing to indicate that you're flying. If you want to do that. All right, so that will bring it to the commoner's turn. Let's see if the survivors can do anything here. There's not really many survivors. This guy, he's gonna take a whack with his stick.
Hope you still got some natural 20s in up your sleeve there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Come on!
Nope, that's not gonna do it. He does not have an advantage.
He does, because the orc has reach and is intending to hit that snake.
He is going to see if he is going to run away or not. He's going to try to run away after missing the snake, so that's not good for him. Because the snake will get the attack of opportunity. But the snake misses its attack of opportunity, so he's like, no! Tries to run, sees that. Oh, there's snakes everywhere. He's just kind of, he's gonna run. He's diving here and realize there's a bigger snake in here. Ah!
Uh-oh.
This commoner is gonna try and smash the snake next to him. And he does!
Yeah!
Got one.
Sweet vengeance.
And then this guy is gonna kind of freak out a little bit, but try to help the village priest. And he's smart enough to try and flank. He's gonna move over to here. Take a swing. Oh! And he sucks.
Yarg. What you know about 7?
Smacking the ground. The snake's just dodging him because it's very dexterous. Snaky snake. Oh, there's a snake on here again. Interesting. We will leave that and keep going. Saphira, it's your turn.
Alright, so Saphira is going to cast Sleep right here.
Okay. And that is post that up for me. Feet of a point. So the point you're choosing is where?
Right here.
Right here.
This block.
All right. All right. So we'll affect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the snakes, and possibly this guy as well. So roll your the sleep damage, the 5d8. Roll that.
Oh, remind me what I need to do to roll that. You said 5d8?
Yeah, they might actually be on your attack block. You might be able to just click it.
I can click like the spell at it, and it tells me to cast at what level. I guess I just need to check and see what level it is.
Yeah, it's first level spell. So you're casting
Okay,
it first
cool.
level. If you cast it at higher level, when you get higher level slots, you can do more sleep damage. So 13 hit points of sleep. So 1, 2, 8, 9. All right, so we have some sleeping things here. Not to sleep.
Finally.
And that's asleep. And that's asleep. And that's asleep. And he's asleep. But this one is not asleep.
Oh.
So some of the snakes are just kind of curl up and go to bed. This guy just kind of falls on his face and goes to sleep. And this snake is just like, huh? What just happened?
All right, and that's it for me.
All right. That will bring it up to the guards. Well, this snake's been dealt with, so. And he goes, go! Save the town! Don't worry about me! So he's going to move in to attack this snake. He's got a spear, so he's going to. Again!
Oh, come on, Kevin.
Gavin tries to stab it, but he fails horribly. Then we'll move up, and he sees this snake here, so he's going to try and take care of that. He's got a sword. He's got a spear as well, so he's going to stab it. Oh, God, now they suck again. Why am I getting all the good rolls on the snakes? So he moves up and stabs at the snake. It's hard to stab at snakes on the ground. So they are unsuccessful in their attacks. Vejor, it is your turn.
Man. I think we're gonna take a shot at a snake up to the north, just to the right of our scout hunter friend.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
One shot and 80 feet, short range.
That will hit.
I don't know if the sneak applies.
It does because they're in melee.
For show.
So that is one dead snake. Ah, pins it to the ground.
25 feet. I'm gonna give this snake here a nice little berth. I'm gonna roll a perception check to see if I note if there's another snake hiding in that tree. Alright, looks good to me.
Yeah, you don't see anything.
And I'm just gonna post up around this corner here, and that's it.
All right, Behringer is now your opportunity.
Okay. Did. Where am I? This was right here. It's 120 feet. It's 120 feet. That is in range. So this one right here.
Okay.
Can I see that?
Where are you at? Over here? Yeah, you can see it. It's just past a tree.
Sounds good. I'm gonna throw a firebolt at it.
All right, then blast it. Burn it up.
If I can find it. Here we go. That's a miss.
Yeah, 11's not quite good enough. So it scorches the ground in front of Blaze's feet.
Nice. That was my turn.
All right. Acolyte's turn. Let's see what she's going to do. What does she have here? She's got some spells. She's a spellcaster. She also has things next to her, so she's going to try and hit that with her club instead. It'll be at disadvantage. I hit it with a club, it'll be at advantage. So I'm gonna hit it with the club. Advantage. That will destroy that snake. Big snake. She then moves there to kind of get away from the big one a little bit. And she yells at these two guys to back away from that big one. It looks like we got some help coming from that would be the east. And then double initiative. Already did her. Done. Okay. Let's get one more round of combat done here. Perhaps we can finish this up. Giant snake, giant viper, which is only medium sized, not tiny like the other ones, turns to face Gavin, who's tried to stab it. Take a strike out at him. That would be a miss. He blocks it with its shield. He's like, ah, that's right. That's an easy target like the others. Giant viper. There's the commotion going on over here. Starts coming this way. That's all they do. Blaze, it is your turn.
Alright, that one finally hit. The snake on the left of me.
This one? Alright, that definitely killed that.
Get out of here, you're done.
Anything else you're doing? You're just spacing off the other snake right now.
Yeah, and putting his buddy in my pot behind me. That's still blown.
So you just stab it with the sword and then just fling it into your pot. Next
Yeah.
two. Alright.
You gotta clean that thing first. There, Brennan. Move up to finish, take out this nuisance of a snake here. Stab at it. And we'll kill it. Good job, Laird Brennan. How many of them? We have to hurry. They still might be able to be saved. The sailors. Ray will move up to try and take out this one. Swings his scimitar at it. And will hit. And kill it, cutting it right in half. Couple spits on it as it dies. Beat.
Sheila will move around this way, which will prompt the hidden snake here to take an attack. And that is a hit on her. See if she can save versus that poison damage. Indeed, she does. So she'll only take 3 points of damage. So she is still kicking. And with that in mind, she stops and well, now she's going to attack it because son of a bitch. And she calls out, they're hidden in the bushes. Careful. And misses her attack because of the attack on her distracts her. But Marino goes, huh? Turns and he's going to fire at it with his crossbow. Sheila, look out! Unfortunately, he does not have advantage, so he's going to miss that shot. We'll bring us to Talon's turn.
I'm gonna take a shot at the constrictor.
Going up there, all right. Oh no!
Just kill our acolyte and the commoner.
Yep. Oh, damn it.
Hold on.
Ow!
I forgot to mention, you all are starting with an inspiration. So you can spend that to get that advantage roll if you wish.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that before I kill somebody.
Okay.
I don't want to kill.
So that constrictor will take 4 points of damage. With that glancing blow, still squirming. Anything else?
Yeah, I guess Amethyst will come here and try and sting that other snake.
All right.
Yeah. Nope.
That's a terrible roll. So the guy kind of buzzes over the snake and kind of hisses at it. That brings it back to the scout's turn. All my opponents are dead. There's a giant viper over there. I'm going to shoot that thing with my bow. I won't get too close to that if I don't have to. And weirdly, I only get multi-attack with... Oh, I can take 2 range attacks. So, let's take some shots.
Yeah.
Oh, nice! He pegs that thing right in the face. Oh, it is still alive. It has a hit point left. So let's see if we can finish it off. Oh, that's a miss on the second attack.
Damn.
So it was really good shot. Almost killed it in 1 hit. That brings it to Kara's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move my full 30.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna hit it with my crossbow. The snake in the
This one? Or this one? Okay. Large crossbow, draw a line on it, and pow! It's dead. Wasn't the crit, but the damage, 2 points of damage, is still enough to kill it.
Huh?
You didn't crit it because you didn't have advantage, but you hit and did 2 points, which is enough to kill it.
Okay.
So you finished that one off. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna. That's all I can do.
Okay. That brings it to the constrictor snake. There's only one left. It's going to try and eat.
Can I check something real quick?
Sure.
Sorry, I thought it was all like.
You might have a bonus action you can do.
Yeah, I think I have. Is healing wounds a bonus? Yes, it is. And the soldier in front of me needs healing, right?
No. And these 3 people are at full health. This sailor has been hurt, if you want to heal them. Yeah, this sailor here has been hurt, as you can see on the hit point bar. So they could use a healing word if you were so inclined. This person here seems like they're down. They may be dead, you're not sure. This fella is still at full health.
I don't want to bring the person back in the doorway just for her to get bitten again.
Yeah.
I'll heal the sailor with some healing word.
Okay. Just go ahead and click that on your attack block and it'll roll it up for you.
I hit it. It didn't roll.
That's odd. You can go ahead and just roll a d4 plus your casting modifier. One plus, what's your wisdom bonus? Oh, there you go. Now it shows. I will take the 5 healing there. She'll get 5 points back.
And that's my turn.
All right. So the constrictor snake's gonna try to eat this guy again, and that will definitely grab onto him, and he is being gravelled up.
No.
That's constrictor snake. That brings it to Sazzy's turn. There's still a viper there.
Gonna go for that one then.
All right.
And gonna do another choppy.
Back him up. Yeah. Chopped it into little bits.
I would have done it louder, but you know, I have someone asleep in the living room here, so no one
Yeah, of course, of course. Was there anything else you were gonna do?
Aside from grabbing it and slamming what's left of it against the side of the building in a very hyper aggressive way, like Rob Liefeld sort of way here.
I mean, there's not really much left of it after that attack. You just kind of went blah, 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 with your axe, and it's just mush.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, nothing else.
You do still have some movement if you want to continue moving.
Oh, okay.
Because you only went like, what, 15 feet? Yeah, there's a sleeping guy right there that you just walked on.
She literally just stepped on him as she kicked the door in and walked through to get ready to fight this one.
Alright, so
And she's probably standing on him right now because I don't want to take any chances yet.
Alright, so you kind of, like you're protecting him from the snake, kind of.
Yes,
we'll say
dramatic.
We'll say that.
Standing on top of him defensively.
Alright, so that will bring it to Xavier's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to move up to here, and I'm going to flame bolt this stink snake right over here.
The sleeping one?
Yep.
Okay. Roll it up. Oh. Well, it's asleep, so you hit. It did. Anything else?
And yeah, and then, well, for me, I'm done, and then my familiar moves over to here while flying.
Okay.
And keeping an eye out for any surprises that may try to jump out, and that'll be the end of my turn.
It's not really detecting any more hidden things, at least not right around where it's at. Alright, commoners. Not many of them left. Really only this guy left. He's going to follow her over to here. Actually, he's not a brave man. He's going to kind of step back a little bit when the big snake is over there crushing his neighbor. He's just kind of, quickly, they're killing everyone. That's all he's going to do. Poisonous snakes. A lot of them are sleeping now. So, no one's over here sleeping. We got these guys over here, so this one's going to make its way. There's the acolyte. Take a bite. That's a miss on the bite. And then this one will also start moving this way. Won't be able to get close enough though. So it moves up, and that's all it does. I would say if you're doing the height stuff, do like 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares. If you're doing just those numbers, it might be better. It's 1 square up, it's 2 squares up. So that's all the poisonous regular vipers that were left. That brings it to Saphira's turn.
Alright, I'm gonna cast sleep again. And just give me 1 second so I can figure out where I'm gonna do this.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm gonna cast it. Right here? Uh-oh. Is it not clicking?
Oh, you're probably still on the ruler. You have to put it on the pointer. There you go. From that spot?
Oh, actually. Right here.
That spot, okay. These guys are already asleep. Alright, so these 2 people will be in it as well. Roll your sleep damage for me, please.
Wait, is that it? It was
Yeah.
an 8 die 5?
It's 5 die 8, yeah. That will work. Let's see. 2, 4. All right. Sleepy snake. Sleepy snake. Sleepy snake.
Right.
Sleepy guy. Sleepy girl.
Wow, is the grappled commoner is still awake?
He's dead.
He's dead? Ah, damn it. He survived all that just to get grappled by the sleepy snake.
Yeah, he got grappled, crushed, and then fell asleep with him grappled up in it. So another sleep spell goes off, and everything just kind of goes, oh.
Night night.
Anything else from you?
That's it.
All right. That brings it to the guard's turn again. He's going to try and take out this giant viper again. Giant vipers are no joke. Let's spear this son of a bitch. Ah! Hey, that's a hit. But it will not kill it. It has some hit points. He's going to take a little step to the side to allow his fellow guard to get in here and finish it off. Come on, help me with this thing. I got your back. Look out. Yeah.
Nice.
Got him. He takes it out. Bajor, it's your turn. Several
Alright.
sleeping things. This one is still active up here.
I'm going to take a peek around the left side of the building. Everything looks clear from my angle of sight.
Yeah, you can't really see that snake from there.
Exactly. So, scooching out, say, 15 feet up to here. Oh, that's a lot of dead snakes. Wow.
You can kind of see that.
I
sleeping
briefly
out there.
draw aim on the cat. Realize, oh, that's a friend. Briefly draw aim on the dragon. Oh, that's a friend. Briefly draw aim. Oh, nope, the badger is inside the building, so you're good. This one appears to be asleep, however, so I'm not going to target it from this far of a range. Did we get them all? I'm just gonna scooch up by my companions here and take a little quick action token. That'll be it.
Behringer.
For some to the two of them if they're interested.
Let's see.
When,
Well, from my viewpoint, things look
when-
pretty well cleaned up. So I'm
yeah,
just
but
gonna.
when Vijor asked, "Is that all of them?" Ray over here was like, "There's one over here still."
Oh, okay.
Up over that area.
There we go. Okay. I come stand on this snake. And because I heard him.
You
And
can
in
kind of
range.
you can kind of see that. Got a little bit of a cover from that angle. If you have any more movement to move one more over to the left, it might be better.
I do not.
Ah, okay. So yeah, it's going to be a little harder to hit, but you got a beat on it.
Okay, let's try it. And miss anyway.
13's not going to do it. The firebolt impacts this corner.
That's fine. That's my turn.
All right. Acolyte is asleep. That brings it to the giant viper. Finish up this round. He's gonna go after Ray. Oh, did I hit Ray? Did I hit you, Ray? What's your arm class, Ray? His arm class is 11. Oh no. He is not gonna do well with that. Let's see if he can make that Constitution save against that poison. Come on, Ray. Oh, you made it. So it's total of 14 damage, though. That's more than his 11. He goes down. That's snake bite. And the other giant viper is dead. So, see if what Blaze got. Finish this up. There's one active snake. The rest of them are sleeping. Heard them talking about some activity up over there.
But there's also the giant green viper up to the right next to the guy casting spells that's just sleeping right now, right?
Yeah, all these snakes up in that area are asleep. This one over here is still attacking people. You heard Ray cry out in pain and fall over.
Okay, I was gonna take out the sleeping one, but I'll go after that one. That's fine.
But you can do whatever you want. Just letting you know what the situation is. You're going to have to move up a little bit to get a shot on that guy. You could hit any one of these three from where you are. Yeah, in that spot you'll be able to hit him. And then the 23 you will definitely hit for apparently one fire. And guess what? You have one hit point left. So
Does it at least set the tree on fire so that over time he burns up?
Well, he's not in the tree. He's down on the ground, so he's not really in a spot where the tree would catch on fire.
Damn it. Okay. Well, then I'm
So it does smack into him, and he doesn't like that fire, and he stops moving.
I guess my last thing is I turn around and smell the snake soup that's coming along nicely.
That is all of the threats. The other things are sleeping, and will be sleeping for at least a minute, I believe. It will be easy enough to kill off the vipers that have 2 hit points each. The constrictor still has 9, but the tactics will easily kill that before it can wake up as well. Now you just have a couple of sleeping townsfolk and quite a few people who are down, including one of your sailors.
Do we have anybody good with healing?
I've got very little healing. I could possibly heal people, but that would take some time afterwards for me to recover from it.
I got one more healing I can do on someone.
I'm a bit too far away to roll any medicine yet. That's one turn of movement.
Yeah.
Before a car does any healing, she gonna just go around chopping off the heads of the snakes with the mace. If I can do that.
Smashing the heads of the snakes then.
Yeah, just making sure.
So, those of you rolling medicine checks, it's quite apparent that the commoners, who are all down, are pretty much gone. The poison in their system has definitely killed them. Brennan Cormac over there tried to get over to Ray in time to feed him a healing potion, but he was not quick enough, and Ray has also passed. So it looks like you have 2 commoners, an acolyte, and a scout that have survived from this town. You have lost one of your sailor companions who survived the shipwreck with you.
Do we know what the name of this town is?
Brennan does. It's Glenheath.
Cool.
How could this happen? There have not been snakes sighted on Alaran in forever. Almost the entire village has been murdered by these damn beasts.
See, we just thought it was raining water. It was actually raining snakes.
Seems like it.
I mean, I hate to be the one to voice this, but do you think you may have a mole that's telling them what's going on?
It's always a possibility. That's why we've been trying to do it as secretly as we have. I wasn't even supposed to come to this village.
Who was?
I don't know, nobody. It's just the smallest farming village. We were going to the capital. It's only the bad luck of the shipwreck that brought us here.
Well, it's a good thing it did. I mean,
I suppose we were able to save a few. The acolyte does step up and say, "We are thankful for the assistance. Indeed, I don't think any of us would have survived had you not arrived."
I don't want to be the bearer of, bad news and everything, but with these people that are dead, did you want to bury all of them, or did you want to do a funeral pyre, or we don't want to attract more animals and such from approaching this village?
He looks to the actual townsfolk, the two commoners, and the acolyte and the scout, and they kind of talk amongst themselves. And they say they'll handle the dead. For sure that the laird has more important things to do. Vijor, with your insight check, I mean, I don't know a lot about snakes, but this definitely doesn't seem like normal behavior. If anybody wants to roll a nature check, they can back that up.
I'm gonna do that.
Can I ask if there's been any unusual characters come to this town recently?
These are pretty strange snakes. There's no legs.
You can certainly ask that. Kazzy, you got. I mean, this is definitely not normal snake behavior. They don't like group up like this and just ransack through fucking towns.
Yeah,
This is definitely not right. But you also have heard when you were recruited by this group that scaly kin, the serpent folk type things, seem to have become part of the Yuan-Ti war machine, if you will.
Oh damn.
It's possible these snakes are doing their bidding, however that works.
Well, I think we saw how that works.
Snakes weren't part of our cargo on the ship, and we just didn't notice, right?
They were not, as far as you know.
Because that'd be kind of appropriate if they all just washed up on shore and started attacking.
I think we would have noticed the giant constrictor snakes in our boat.
The hidden compartments. There's always hidden compartments. Smugglers.
Smuggling snakes?
I'm pretty sure our ship was not a smuggling ship. I had not built it as such. Well, then, if you're certain that you don't need our aid anymore, we should probably head to the town. It's only about an hour's walk from here. I'll be able to get some more answers there, see if they've had the same occurrence.
What kind of terrains between here and there? Maybe we might expect more of these en route?
We shouldn't expect any of them, ever. There haven't been snakes sighted on this island in centuries.
Well, yeah, I get that, my lord. I just mean that, given what we just found here, maybe we keep our guards up and...
We should definitely be prepared for anything, all things considered. It's some hilly terrain with some heath and some moor, and then the town is on the edge of the moor.
I get that the townsfolk are gonna take care of their own and what have you as far as rebuilding looks like, but should we maybe take a little time and find a spot for Ray?
He looks to the sailors. They look like they want to do that, so he's like, yeah, definitely. And if any of you want to help the town with their dead, I, of course, do so.
I agree.
And while we're resting, you can eat this snake soup.
If anybody wants to take a short rest, you can certainly do so. Doesn't take too long to give Ray his last rites and end it to him. The rest of it, it's
Play a little tune for Ray as we set him to rest.
indeed. The rest of the town, they're not getting right to work on burying the other townsfolk. Seems like they're still kind of just taking stock of the situation, and you're kind of shell shocked by what just happened. The acolyte is definitely going around and putting people in a state of repose and doing like prayers and stuff over them. It looks like they're going to take their time with this.
I'll take care of cleaning out snake carcasses then. They want to take their time with their fallen for sure, but at least while that's done, their place can look presentable.
Yeah, I'll help with cleaning up the snakes, and while we got
Sure.
time, I'll start skinning some.
Sure. A lot of them were kind of chopped up, but there are some that maybe just took an arrow to the face or something like that, and they're fairly intact.
Shall I?
Cool.
Any
Snake
of the
skin
meat,
belts.
any of the meat, if y'all want to toss it to me, I can dry it for our journeys.
Indeed.
Did I get my arrow back, or should I subtract one?
Did you miss?
It was one shot, one kill.
If you hit, then it broke.
Alright. Down to 19.
I hit both my arrows, so both of those are gone.
Yeah, it's a 50% chance of recovering missed arrows, but any arrow that hits will always break.
Oh, okay.
And that will be... Let's actually get you to the next town, and that's where we'll end it up. So, after cleaning up and getting, kind of resting, having some soup, if you need to have some soup, Laird Cormac bids farewell to the remaining town. He says he will make sure that some help is sent their way once he gets to the town, and they thank you guys, and you move out. It's indeed about an hour of walking. Some of you are still exhausted, so it's tiring to walk that far for that long. But indeed, you go over some hills, through some heath and moor, and indeed you come to a larger town. It's not real large, though. And this is a section of the town. After the laird goes through, you find out that there was indeed some snake issues here as well, but they have a bit more of a militia and guard presence, and they were able to handle it pretty well. There were a couple bites, but only one person died. It's a town of a few hundred, and the laird says we should probably hole up here for now, maybe rest. A lot of you seem to be very tired. I'm a little tired myself. There's a nice little bed and breakfast here. I've stayed here before. We should stay here, and then we can head out towards the city in the morning. I'll send for a messenger, let them know what's happening.
What's the name of this town, my lord?
Argyle's Heath. It was founded by Argyle centuries ago.
Oh, alright.
So let's stay here. I'll send a messenger to the city to see what we can find out they're probably expecting the ship about this time. Must be worried about where we might be. And we'll let them know what happened here in the village. Hopefully it hasn't happened anywhere else. Very odd to have snakes. Very odd. Are the Yuan Ti able to teleport snakes to places? What is happening?
I never fought any snakes before, but I don't relish the thought of things like that just kind of popping up unexpected. Ankle level, you know. I'm pretty short as it is, but
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, that was really weird. Really weird.
Well, take a load off, relaxed. It should be okay for now. We've already dealt with the same problem and dealt with it handily. As soon as we get feeling better, rest up from that ordeal, then we can head on to the city. Hopefully we'll have maybe some horses that we can take. So that is where we will end tonight's session. You guys will be able to get a long rest at this point, because it will be quite.
Yay, long rest.
It'll be quite some time before you're moving out, so might as well take that long rest.
So, is there any experience points we need to add or anything like that?
Did we get a level with that long rest?
Not quite yet. I am going to be doing the milestone experience awards, and you have not reached the milestone yet. Unfortunately, the I wasn't sure how that village fight was going to go. It really depended on the initiative rolls. If the snakes got a high initiative, they were going to do some major damage, and that's what happened.
oh, for sure. That was freaking brutal once I saw the natural 20 for the snakes and saw how many snakes were on the board. I was like, this ain't good. The only good thing about it is that we're not right next to the fucking snakes.
Yeah, exactly. It was bad news, man. But you guys started off a little rough, but you were able to get in there and handle it. The sleep spells were a clincher for sure.
Heck yeah. I like batting 1,000 so far. 1 shot, 1 kill.
Yay!
Freaking Sass busting out with 14 damage at level 1.
Yes!
I did 10, but I needed a sneak attack for that.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous when our ship sunk.
Oh,
And it got snaky, and I'm like, what are we getting ourselves into here?
yeah, I thought I was gonna die because I didn't know if anybody was below deck to notice, and then thankfully Saz did and beat me on the acrobatics contested check there. And then I thought I was gonna lose my gear and just be stuck with a melee weapon, which is not my forte.
Yeah, I was gonna put you in some, tight, stressful situations. I didn't want to rob you of your beginning stuff, though.
Yeah, sometimes we just get ourselves into that in character, though. Like I'm looking at intelligence as my lowest stat. So he is naturally and medicinally forgetful. But occasionally he'll surprise with a gem there. But I enjoyed this. Great session, everybody. Great debut stream. DM their job, J-Man.
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
That was really interesting.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad
Yeah,
you
it was
enjoyed
pretty
it.
fun.
Yay!
I'm glad we were able to finish up all those snakes before we called it quits for the night.
Me too.
Yeah, I
Yes.
wanted to make sure we got through that fight at least.
Yeah, I didn't want
Yep,
snakes. in my
awesome game
dreams.
there.
All right, well, good thing. I'm glad y'all had fun. We'll see what happens next time.
All right, good
Yeah.
night.
Will that be
See y'all
next
next week.
Tuesday? Will
Oh,
that be
2
next-
weeks.
2 weeks.
Okay, so it's every Tuesday, every other
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Every other Tuesday.
Okay. See
All
y'all
right, have a good night.
next
See ya.
Tuesday.
Thanks for the great game session.
Thank you all very much for being here for this special exclusive J-Man presentation. We will return you to your normal stream in progress or whatever it is you got going on here on this. Oh, it's Tuesday, and we were just talking about that. Tuesday night. I can do it faster. Thank you all very much, and we will definitely catch you next time around. I forget exactly what date we're back, but it will be pretty soon. Just I got a couple weeks off out of a variety of necessities, and we won't delve too much into that. But hope y'all had a great time watching this tonight. I had a fantastic time sitting on the player side of the table, and we will catch you with this next time around, friends. Hope y'all have a good night.